honestly.
Fucking goddamn it.
I'm trying to like concentrate on this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Savepoint. It's a show where we talk about all the latest news and happenings in the world of video games. My name is Ryan.
I'm Nick.
I'm Greg.
And yeah, let's talk about some video game stuff.
Second video in a row that I've not used my last name.
Yeah.
Yes. So more Switch news.
More Switch news. All right, we got new hardware stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We now know that it comes with a 32 gigabyte standard
memory that's built in.
You can't take that out,
Mm-hmm.
but you can put in an SD card, expandable. What I assume is up to 128 gigabytes.
Hopefully more.
Yeah, maybe up to like 256, like some devices. I don't think they confirmed the max capacity.
We learned that the Joy-Cons have a 20-hour battery life.
Yes.
You know, so they're separate batteries, and you have to charge it with the dock.
Yes, with the physical dock, unless you want to spend $30 for the
it's like a
the
controller.
optional grip. It's the Joy-Con grip that goes on the sides that makes
then you
it
can
nicer.
charge it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. It's the center Joy-Con device that it slides onto, but the stock one that comes with the Switch
does not charge.
the controllers.
You
but you can buy a better one that can.
I feel like Apple right now.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary.
Dongle for everything.
All right, and we also found out that it has like I think it's a 3,400 milliamp hour battery. Let me see. I have that official number.
No, it's like 4,100.
Yeah, 4,310. So 4,310 milliamp hours, but completely internal battery.
Yeah.
Not removable, and if you need to replace it, you gotta go to Nintendo for that.
Yeah, no right to repair there.
I don't like that. I really am not a fan of that. That actually kind of made them lose some points for me, and I've been really liking the Switch so far.
Yeah, I like the option to be able to fix my own things when they go bad, because I can fix it when it does go bad.
If batteries go bad, no matter what you have, the battery eventually will either get really shitty to the point of where it's like you get like half of the usage, or especially something like this where it's going to be high
you're
battery
going to be using it
all the time.
Yeah, you're going to be using it a lot. You're going to be playing with it while it's charging and stuff like that. Like, there's just going to be a lot of things that just are going to kill the battery life of this.
That's another note too. They're saying 3 hours of charging time if it's in idle. So if you're not playing with it, you plug it in the charge, it'll take about 3 hours.
Also, coincidentally, Breath of the Wild, you can play in 3-hour spurts.
Yes.
Yeah, so they say it'll handle about 3 hours of playtime. What do you think? Like, is that enough?
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't know how often. It really just depends on how on the go and how often you play video games on the go.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if it's like something you're taking for like break time. Like,
well, it's going to be less too, because you got to think, like, I mean, like, at least for me, like, I'll play for a little bit and I'll put it away and do some stuff, and then I'll play for a little bit. So that little bit that you're putting it away, I mean, like, how much battery life is it losing between, you know?
Right, I would really like to see
sleep
that.
mode, like, what, you know?
What is the battery life when it's in sleep mode?
We won't know until we have it.
I wonder what I know people probably have questions about the durability of the console.
Yes, that's definitely one of our biggest questions, I think. Is like, because it
looks
like
fragile.
It doesn't look like it could take a fall. I mean, I don't know if it has some sort of next-gen glass like all these devices always say they do.
No.
And it has a touch screen.
That
that's
gonna
getting
hit the curve.
I what are they? I really don't know where they're gonna go with the touchscreen, but I guess it's still
early. I mean, it's a pretty wide device, and if you're primarily using it with the Joy-Con controllers attached, I feel like then trying to do things in the game.
Having to hold that with like one hand.
That also seems kind of a little sketchy. Holding it with one hand using the touchscreen.
Playing Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
I mean,
$300 console to play Fruit Ninja.
There's people gonna buy that. That's gonna happen.
So what else? Does that kind of wrap up the Nintendo?
Yeah, that wraps up. I think this.
You think
this
there's anything else?
Summary news for Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really too notable else we know about it. Still no more details on what you get with the paid online service. Well, I mean, we got pretty much. I think they've announced all the games.
That's what I'm saying.
Until it comes out.
No more new exciting things to get you.
Still no new franchises.
True. We're not really seeing any new IPs coming out of Nintendo right now. Besides, I guess, Splatoon, but even that's already on the Splatoon too. But alright, so we have more details about the Scorpio as well. We've got a couple new details about the processor and the GPU. Can you kind of summarize that?
I'm pretty sure it's an APU.
Well, they're saying it might be. They might go with an APU option, which is a graphics chip in the processor, which that makes me doubt what it can put out.
It's like a sandwich of data processing.
You think it's too much for one?
Yeah, I think when you try to like really microtize or shrink down and put it all in one thing, it's not going to have the output of a discrete GPU. There's just no way. And the processor too, same thing.
Well, we'll see what kind of funky tricks that they're going to pull because of the white paper, the E3 2016 white paper got leaked.
Right.
And somebody who had read over it had said, well, it doesn't look like they're going to go with the Jaguar architecture like they said they were going to do, the times 8 Jaguar, that they're actually going to go with a Puma custom chip that is going to share some features and optimizations that the new AMD Ryzen project is using.
Right, so AMD's coming out with a new chipset, and I guess a new set of GPU cards, or graphics chips as well. So Ryzen...
processor's Ryzen.
Right, yeah, so the processor's going to be the Ryzen, and then I guess the GPU architecture is called Vega. It's supposed to put out like 6 teraflops of performance power. They're saying that the Project Scorpio will be able to handle native 4K, but at the same time...
They're telling developers to shoot for 90p and then just upscale it to 4K.
Or it's 900p. Yeah, 900p or 1080p scaled up.
They're not planning on a dot matrix printer.
But he said that for the sake of like what they're dedicating their time to.
Yeah, they're like don't waste the processing resources on that. Use it for other things. But it's like, what else you can use it for?
So the thing is unless that Xbox and Microsoft are going to come out with more details about how they want to approach VR, I don't really see the need for this. Like, I know that might sound horrible and like blasphemy, but I don't really know that we needed this update. Like, 4K is cool and all, but does it warrant putting out a whole new piece of hardware that's going to make everyone who has your current sets, who just bought your Xbox One S system, make them feel like they've got like the inferior model now? Like, I thought the whole idea when the Xbox One came out is that they said that it was going to be good for like 6 years.
Yeah,
and they're saying all the games for Scorpio will work on Xbox, but it's not the same thing, you know? If other people are having a better experience, and this thing would be between $500 and $700 probably.
It's like, what's the point of, that was like a weird jump that the guy said.
Yeah.
He's like, it's going to be between $500 and $700. I'm like, $200 is a pretty large.
Right, but without any details, it's hard to put like a.
But it's like, what's the point of 4K if it's not even going to run that well? You know what I mean? Like, you can make anything 4K, but if it's running 25 FPS, hitting scraping 30, like.
Yeah. Then it defeats the purpose. It's no longer even a beautiful aesthetic experience, but visual fidelity should not be the top priority, is what I think.
Yeah, I'd rather a game be buttery smooth than fucking blow my...
So, I mean, are you excited for the Scorpio? Like, are you really hyped to see the system?
I don't know. I just think they're, like you said, they're forcing people to buy a console. Everybody, they promised that, the Xbox, the first rendition was already just going to be
future-proof.
Yeah.
And now they're about to go into a third model, and and the price point is at, like through the roof.
But everybody's saying it's supposed to be a next-gen console. Like that's what Ori, though. Remember we talked about in the last video, where Ori and the Blind Forest developer said that it's going to be the next-gen, the first next-gen console.
I feel like we just got here.
Yeah.
We just got to this gen. Can we like cool it for a minute and enjoy this? This generation hasn't had anything that's been like milestone worthy yet.
No.
Besides, Resident Evil is fantastic. Can we just talk about Resident Evil?
Yeah, look, quick
cool.
sidebar right now.
Resident Evil 7 is awesome.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think it hasn't been getting the ratings it deserves.
It definitely breathes some life into the horror genre.
Yeah.
I haven't had since early Dead Spaces or Alien.
Isolation is fantastic. Alien Isolation definitely took similar elements. Like, I think people might be upset because Resident Evil has taken some like inspiration or influence from modern horror games. I think like Alien Isolation or like Amnesia or Outlast, the kind of like run around, hide, and then move around the enemy elements. But it does it really well.
They don't use a lot of cheap jump scares. It's really more of like you're being chased and you're being chased and you have to figure out and scan your environment as quickly as you can to figure out how you can get away from the fucking dude who's trying to cut you in half with a chainsaw sword.
So I mean, how are you feeling? Like Greg's been playing through Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation 4.
I don't even know where to start, man, to be honest. That game is amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, you guys haven't even finished it yet. You gotta finish it.
When I thought I was done, apparently I found out I wasn't. I was
yeah.
like, oh, you're only at the halfway point.
And that's always the best thing when you play a game and you think you're about to finish it, and then you suddenly realize you're only halfway there.
Yeah.
You know what game did that, but the exact opposite? Halo 5.
Oh, you thought like it was gonna keep on going, and then it was just you're done.
Yeah, you're done. You gotta wait 2, 3 years.
Alright, so what else we got? We got this spamPSN.com controversy going.
So basically, there's this website that's existed for about a year and a half now, literally just called spamPSN. And what the service provides is that you can type in somebody's PSN and it will send them 25 spam messages of a copy of whatever you wanted to send them. So it'll spam them, and then you wait 3 minutes, you use another 25, and you wait another 3 minutes, and then another 25.
Right.
But here's the hitch.
Yeah, this is the funny part. This is what makes it really juicy.
Here's the little funny part. So, it's not up anymore, but before you used to be able to pay a $1 lifetime fee to blacklist your PSN name.
So basically, it's like extortion. It's like saying you can pay $1 to stop people from being able to spam you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's just say something here. Just
all the
sidebar
streamers
here.
And stuff.
The name of this website is spamPSN.com.
Yeah,
it's got spam in the name.
Yeah.
However, the creators and owners of the site say it's not intended for that. It's not intended for griefing or for just sending people junk spam. It's meant to play funny jokes on your friends. That's the justification for this service.
It would be like if there was a
and
website.
This is still up. You can still use this. I'm not saying that you should. Don't do that. This is pretty scummy.
It would be like having a website called malecowpoop.com. Great effort went into saying that.
Yes.
Malecowpoop.com, and then you got shit at your house, and you're like, why did I get shit? And you're like, what do you think the website was used for?
This isn't a service for sending people cow feces of the male variety. It's a website for sending funny joke gifts to your friends, which so happen.
Okay, Colonel Sanders. Jesus Christ. So they basically it's a giant racketeering scheme.
Right.
These people are just trying to.
Think
about all the streamers. Think about all the streamers that exist right now that are all playing. That these people find it funny to screw up their streams because.
And that's been going on for years now.
Age-old, well, it's a year and a half, so.
But what they're saying is it's not just used to, like, spam people who are streaming. People are using it in, like, competitive matches where they'll be losing.
Yeah.
And they'll send somebody a spam message saying, like, oh, you suck. And that's kind of distracting if you have message notifications popping up when you're trying to,
So basically, they're extorting all these streamers to pay them money to make them bulletproof to not be affected by this. And I mean, if you think about it down. If 1,000 streamers do it, that's $1,000 for just a little bit of code.
But anyway, as always, let us know what you think about anything we talked about.
Send us questions.
Yeah, send us some questions so we don't just have to come up with shit to talk about.
Yeah, we'll spend more time talking about that stuff and we'll say your name on live YouTube video.
Yes.
And it won't be live. It
won't be live, but it will be on the internet.
Forever.
Like and subscribe if you've watched this far. If you've watched this far and you don't like and subscribe, why are you here? Why are you doing anything? You would have wasted your time. Don't waste your time. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah.